Hello friends and welcome to Edupedia World Videos. This is the course Linux Operating Systems Basics, and in this particular video we will learn about a few Linux commands. So till now we have done Linux installation. We have also seen how to install a virtual machine software on your system and install Linux CentOS on that. So we are using CentOS version of Linux. CentOS is a distribution of Linux, and that is what we are using, CentOS version 7. Okay, so let us continue with this particular tutorial. In here, the first command that we are going to learn today is grep command. So grep is a very powerful command in Linux, and you will be using it a lot of times if you do development on Linux systems. So especially those people who have an operational work, who wants to see certain data, certain information from files being created on a Linux system, grep command would be a blessing to them. And moreover, Linux administrators who have to change certain configuration files inside Linux, so they can also use the power of the grep command. So let us see how actually grep is used and what grep is for. So grep command is used to look for a string or an expression inside specified set of files. So this can be a single file. You can specify the absolute path to the file along with the file name, or you can specify a list of files using a wildcard character such as an asterisk or a star. So asterisk is used as a wildcard, and it can be used as a wildcard for any number of characters. So that means if I write star.txt, that would mean that all the files in this particular path with an extension of txt, that means the files that have their names ending in .txt. So star can be replaced by anything. It can be apple.txt, alright, it can be computer.txt, it can be records.txt, anything. So star can replace, or asterisk sign as it is known as technically, so asterisk can replace anything, and the terminating characters should be .txt. So these kinds of patterns also you can give to specify the set of files. The usage of this command is grep, then the expression that you want to look for, and then the path in which you want to look for that particular expression. So this will actually return all the occurrences of expression inside the files on the specified path. Now it has various options and we cannot cover all of those. So I have selected some basic options that you would require more often than others. So the first is the invert match option. Suppose you want to search all the files or all the lines where this particular command, this particular expression does not exist. Okay, so for that you can use -v. -v is for invert match. So it will return all the lines inside the specified files where the specified string or pattern does not occur. Then there is -c that displays only the count of the lines, only the number of lines in which the pattern is found. So instead of printing all the lines altogether, it will only print the count that this particular pattern occurs in these many lines. Okay, so that is sometimes you require that how many students in a particular class have the name Aman. Okay, so you can just grep -c Aman and then the name of the file in which the which contains the names of the students inside a class. So it will just tell you how many times in that particular file the name Aman occurs. Okay, so that is one use case for this command. Then there is -r to look recursively inside directories. So by default it will only search the current directory, but if you want that there are a number of directories inside the current directory also, suppose you have a directory structure for your source code, so you are a developer and you have a source code, so you have a directory structure in which various number of code files exist, and you want to search for a particular function at the beginning of your directory structure, that means at your root folder, in all the files that exist there in your project. So you can use -r option. So it will not only search in the current directory, but it will also traverse the directory structure one by one, checking out each directory inside the others, and then it will tell you that which all files actually contain this string specified by you. Okay, then there is -n option that will print the line number also along with the file name, that this particular line occurs in this particular string occurs at this particular line number inside this particular file. So let us now just have a practical experience of using the grep command. So now I have a few files that I have already created in this directory, and those files, a lot of those files contain the word apple. Okay, so I'll try and look for this word apple inside this directory. So the command as you have to use is grep, then the string that you want to find. So it is generally advisable to enclose it inside double quotes. Okay, so suppose there is a space, white space inside your string that you want to find. So it will not be possible to you for you to do that without using double quotes. Okay, so I want to search for the word apple. Okay, inside all the files that lie within this particular directory. So all I can do is use grep apple and then star. Okay, so this will search in all those files that lie in this particular directory for the word apple. Okay, so it has printed for directories. Since it cannot search inside directories, it has printed that these are directories and I'm not searching inside these, but there inside sort text.txt apple is found, and then there is test grep case, and it has also printed the complete line where apple exists. So it has an apple a day keeps a doctor away. So it has straight away printed the complete line and highlighted color. The color of the word that actually matched is red. So that is done by color grep. So these features are available in the latest version of grep command only. Okay, so it has listed all the occurrences of this word apple inside my current directory. Now suppose I want to limit my search only to txt files. Okay, so instead of doing /star, I can do /star.txt, and it will grep the word apple in all the txt files only. Suppose now I want to search only in one single file. I don't want to search in rest of the files. So all I can do is grep and then write apple and then give the name of my file straight away. So it will just print the lines in which apple exists. So in this case, it will not print the name of the file. Why? Because it knows that you are searching in only one file. So obviously these lines occur in that file only. But in case you want that the file name should be displayed, you can simply write -H option. So it will display the file name also. Now there is one more option that we had done is -N. Okay, so if you use -N, it will display the line number at which that particular string occurs. So it is at line number 2 and line number 5. So you can verify this by catting the file, using cat to print the file on the output. So you can see that apple word is in the second line and then it is in the fifth line. Okay, so that is what it has printed, second and fifth. On the first line also apple word exists, but it is in a different case. That means the first letter is capital, A is capital, and here we are not using any ignore case option. So by default most of the things on Linux operating system are case sensitive. So that means that small a and capital A are treated as different characters. Okay, so it will not match for small a and capital A. So if you want to search all the occurrences irrespective of the case, you have an option that is -I, which says ignore case. So you can use grep -I apple and it will give you all the options, all the occurrences irrespective of the case of your particular word or the string that you are using. Okay, so we have covered these options. Now let us cover the -v option, which is for invert match. Okay, so let us see how to do that. If I want all the lines that are there inside this particular file except for those which contain the word apple, how to search that? So grep -v apple and then you give the name of the file. That is how it does. So since capital A is not included in our this specification because we have not specified it to ignore case, so it is also giving me capital A, and then it has given me the other lines that do not contain the word apple. Okay, now let me just add -i within this so that it also ignores the case. Now I'll have to add -i before -v. Okay, so now it has a used ignore case option and it is not giving me any line in which the word apple exists. It is only giving me the other two lines of the file. Okay, so that is how you use the -v option. Now suppose I want to use the -c option. Okay, let me use -c option. So if I ignore case, it will print how many lines? It will print 3 lines. So if I use -c along with this, it should by default print the count, the number of lines in which apple exists, and it has printed 3. So that means that apple word exists in 3 lines. Okay, so that was how to use -c. Now let us look at -r, which is look recursively inside directories. So right now when I use this command grep apple and star.txt or grep apple and star, it does not go into directories further. It is telling me that desktop is a directory, documents is a directory, but it is not trying to go into those directories and search for any file inside those. So now I'll tell you that inside my directory 1, so inside this particular folder I have a directory named as 1. So inside this directory I have one file which is test-grep.txt. So if you cat this particular file, you will see that the word apple exists in this file also. And then inside the directory 1 there is another directory, that is 2, and inside I have one more file, test-grep2.txt, and word apple exists in that file also, but it is with a different case. So the first letter, that is A, is capital in that case. Okay, so it should now give me, if I use this command with -r, that is recursive search, it should give me one more file which is this one. Okay, because I am not using -i-ignore case, so it will give me this file's listing also, but it will not give me the list of this file because it contains the word apple with a different case. So now you can see when I use -r, it also searched recursively inside other directories and it found this particular file to be containing the word apple. Now if I use further the ignore case option, it should also search for another word apple inside the directory 2, which lies inside directory 1. So that is how you use the recursive option inside grep. Okay, now let us see that how you can use grep to filter the output of previously used command. So you can also use grep as a filter to the output of various commands. Okay, now we have a file inside this particular directory which is 1000 lines file.txt. Okay, if you cat this particular file, I'll use the less command so that we are able to view the complete output. So it has simply lines saying line number 1, line number 2, line number 3 up till line number 1000. Okay, so that is what is there inside this particular file. Now suppose you want to count how many lines are there in this particular file which contain the occurrence of 20. Okay, so that can be 20, that can be 200 also, because there also 20 is there, 20 is there inside 200. so it will match that also. And then it can be 120 also, 120, 220. So let us see how many lines are there inside this particular file that contain the pattern 20. So to do that, you have one option is to straight away grep that and use like this grep 20. Okay, so that is how it can grep all the lines with the occurrence of 20, this pattern 20. The other option is to cat a file. Okay, so this cat I am just using to generate an output. So you can use some other commands also which actually generate this output. So those commands also you can use, and you can filter their outputs also. You to filter the output of any command, what you have to do is you have to use a pipe operator, which is a redirection operator, to redirect the output of the command on the left hand side of this operator to the input of the command on the right hand side of the operator. So the output of command cat 1000 lines file.txt will be redirected as an input to the command grep 20. Okay, so you can see that it has resulted in the same output as the previous command. So that is how you can use grep to filter the output of the previous command. Now you can also use grep -v 2. So it will give all the lines except for those lines which contain the number 2. Okay, so that is how you can use the grep command inside Linux operating system. So I hope that you enjoyed this small video of using grep command, and I hope you understood how to use the grep command. So continue to watch the course Linux Operating Systems Basics with Vagish Kumar. Thank you.